What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Amari, and I'm here with my co-host Jace Armstrong, and you're tuned in to Who's Who at FHSU, episode 2, and today our special guest is Lexi Gross. How you doing today, Lexi?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right, before we get into it, we want to start off with our random fact of the day. Random fact of the day. 4 people once lived in a home for 6 months infested with 2,000 brown recluse spiders, but none of them were harmed. And while the brown recluse is one of 3 spiders in North America with venom that requires medical treatment, they hardly are ever aggressive.
2,000 you said?
2,000 of them.
Wow.
6 months.
Where'd you find this random fact?
Hey, I can't tell you myself.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey, it's just a random fact of the day, Lexi.
Okay.
Did it say where it was, like in the country?
It did.
Because usually brown recluses, I think, are pretty common in our area. I don't know, like.
No, it didn't.
No.
Say. It didn't say.
2,000 for 6 months.
It was in North America for sure, though.
Could you imagine like opening like picking up your rug or something like that and seeing 2,000 of them?
I'd burn the house down.
I've been in homes where like they have like sewer problems and like water pipes busting stuff, and roaches infest the home in the middle of the night. Like every night, like you can go in the kitchen at 2:00 in the morning and it'd be like 1,000 roaches scattered around the kitchen, and they'll just run and scatter like it was a shootout or something. Mm-hmm. I've never once seen a group of spiders like that. I think I probably pissed myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would burn the house down. I hate spiders.
Sure.
I'm not a huge I don't have a huge fear of spiders, but like you get bit by one of those, you're gonna be in some trouble.
It has venom in it.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
But now, moving on to our next order of business. Who's Who at FHSU? We aim to like introduce students to more students, introduce our guests to the rest of campus. Mm-hmm. And we just want to get to know you a little bit, Lexi. So we'll start off with, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm actually having a pretty good week. It's been chill, but getting a lot of stuff done, which is always nice. So I'm doing good.
And do you want to tell the people where you are from?
I am from McCook, Nebraska. Excuse me, which is like...
Oh, McCook.
Oh, yeah. Everybody always is like, oh, my gosh, you're from Nebraska. Like, I guess because there's some big rivalry. But my hometown is literally 15 minutes away from the Kansas border. So to me, it's not a huge difference. And all my family is from Kansas, so I really don't see a difference. But, yes, I am from Nebraska.
How'd you get here at Fort Hays?
So my dad is actually from Hays. He graduated from Hays High, Fort Hays. My grandma lived here. So as cheesy as it sounds, Hays was kind of like a second home to me because we came here a lot growing up. Mm-hmm. And then when I was in high school, like looking for where I want to go to college, I was just like, Hays is like, I'm very comfortable with it. I know a lot of people here, so I wanted to check out the school. And then when I checked out the school, they had pretty much everything I wanted to study. And the fact that because I am in digital media production, the fact that I could like get hands-on experience as a freshman really sold me. Because when I was looking at places like UNL, they were like, oh yeah, you don't get to touch any of the equipment until you're like a junior. I was like, how do I learn that way?
Yeah.
So, and it's so affordable here. Like I think the closest school that I could compare it to is Kearney. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we're in the same conference, but I'm not even paying out of state. I'm paying like bordering, but that's not even that much more expensive. So
you're 15 minutes away from the border. They should give you
yeah, honestly, I was like, we go to the Oberlin, Kansas fair all the time in the summer. So, but yeah, I have to pay just a little bit, but it still is cheaper than like most of the schools in Nebraska. Like it was so much cheaper than Hastings or Chadron or Omaha or Lincoln. So, and I just felt so comfortable here. And I also knew my family would have reasons to come visit me. It wasn't just like totally out of the way. So,
you already answered our next question, was what are you studying? You already said digital media production.
Oh, yes, I am in digital media production.
So we'll skip that one. What are your 5 favorite things about Hays or the campus here at Fort Hays?
My 5 favorite things about Hays, I love how it's big enough where like you don't know everybody, but it's also not like, or wait, did I say that wrong? It's big enough where you don't know everybody, but it's also like not super overwhelmingly crazy big. Like my hometown is like 8,000 people, so I wanted to go somewhere that was a little bigger, but I didn't think I was ready for like something like Omaha or Kansas City for that matter. So I like that I still see new faces all the time, but I still can get like one-on-one experience with my teachers. I still see like my friends every day, and like my friends are like such a tight-knit group of people. So that's like my favorite. I love the food here is amazing. The queue is amazing.
I was going to ask which one was your favorite. The queue is your favorite?
Favorite burger joint. I have a tough time picking like one.
There's so
overall.
many good ones.
There is. Like the Mexican restaurants here are also really good. Yeah. And I love like for fast food, I love like Freddy's, Qdoba, all that stuff. So the food's amazing. I like the sports here. Like I love football and basketball. So I love how the community like really gets into the athletics programs here, which has always just been something big in my family.
I think that's 3.
That's 3.
I was keeping track. I'm
trying to as well, and I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
I do like how there's a lot of like nature stuff. I do like the outdoors, so there's like really cool parks here. I like driving back roads, so that's always really nice. Oh man, I can't really think of a fifth one. We'll just say I like how there's a little bit more like shopping, I guess, because again, my hometown is like 8,000 people. We have stuff, but
Did y'all have a Walmart in McCook?
We do have a Walmart. So I mean, we're not like small hick town. There's nothing to do. Like we have a Walmart, we have some stuff, but there's just like a little bit more here, which is always kind of nice. Like I love going mini golfing here. So having like a mini golf course is so much fun.
Okay, next question. Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have like 3 of them.
That counts. Go for it.
Okay.
All right, hold on. This is a good one. Kiss, marry, kill.
Oh
shoot! Like celebrities.
Your three.
Okay, my 3 ones. Okay, I'm just gonna say for my 3 ones. This one has been a crush since I was like, I don't know, 8. Zac Efron.
High School Musical.
Yes, I'm sorry. He just gets better looking as he ages. So.
He's like fine wine.
Yes, that's a good way of explaining it. I really like Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man. And then I don't know if you guys know this actor, but he's in my favorite TV show. I'm probably gonna butcher his last name. It's Milo Ventimiglia. Have you ever heard of the show This Is Us? Yeah,
Is he the dad?
He's the dad, the guy with the mustache.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's a really good actor. So, kiss, marry, kill. Yep. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I want to marry all of them.
That's not allowed in this country.
I know. I would probably kiss Tom Holland. If Milo is anything like his character in the show, I'd marry Milo and have to kill Zac Efron.
Peace out, Zach.
R.I.P. Zach.
You don't look that good, apparently.
No.
When you sent me the questions, the other one I was thinking of was Patrick Mahomes. He's definitely also up there. So I would consider him a celebrity. So.
Do we get to answer those? We never
yeah,
answered those.
I've never answered it.
No? Who are your 3?
Yeah, who are your 3?
Who are your 3?
You go first.
Definitely Madison Pettis. Ever since the game plan,
Yes.
when we were like the same age, I was like, okay, like she's kind of cute. And now she's like really pretty. Jennifer Aniston from Friends. Like I've watched Friends a lot.
Yeah.
I loved Friends. 90s Jennifer Aniston.
Dude, she's like in her 50s and she looks like she hasn't aged
she looks
today.
The same.
Like,
she looks the
Jennifer
same.
Aniston isn't the sister. That's the friend, right?
Yeah.
It's Rachel.
Okay, who's the sister?
Monica, yeah.
Monica's finer than Jennifer Aniston.
You think so?
And she was smarter than her in the show.
I don't like her character in the show. She's kind of like I like her, but she's kind of like bossy. I'm like, no.
I mean,
Okay,
she's like the mom of the group.
She is.
Like all friend groups need a mom.
Yeah.
She's like the mom.
Now I kind of want to know was she your least favorite character out of all 6 of the friends?
Monica?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Only because her and her brother were always
Ross.
Yeah.
Ross.
Ross was my least favorite.
They're always putting themselves in like stupid situations that they didn't need to be in. So I was like, "What are you doing?"
But that was for the sake of the show.
Yeah, I know.
That was all in the script.
I was too invested in it though. I was
Like,
so like into it.
They were the core of
frustrated
the
me.
friend group.
Yeah.
And they had to be put in stupid situations.
And I mean, they all had their good moments. It wasn't like, oh, I
Right.
hate them, they're bad. It's just like, if you have to pick your
Exactly.
least favorite, that would
Exactly.
because mine was Ross. He always was complaining about everything.
Yeah, those two.
Who's your third one?
I'm trying to think of my third one. Those are my first two to go to, like, all time. Probably, oh, man. You know who Farrah Fawcett is?
Yeah.
The girl from the 70s with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad showed me a picture of Farrah Fawcett that he had a poster of her when he was a kid. And I was like, a little kid, I was like, dang, Farrah Fawcett's really pretty. So that a 70s celebrity crush, not a recent one.
Okay. All right, I got 3. Hold on, you got to kiss, marry, kill.
I'm gonna. Oh man, because of Jennifer Aniston's age, I'm gonna kiss her, marry Madison Pettis, and kill Farrah Fawcett.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
like 80 now.
She's close to death.
She's about ready to kick the bucket.
Yeah. She's already close to it. That's fair. All right, Alicia Keys, number 1.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I saw that coming.
Vanessa Ann Hudgens.
Oh, so you're also jumping on the High School Musical train.
But I honestly, when you I understood where your love for Zach came from, and I wasn't knocking High School Musical. I was knocking the typicalness of liking Zac Efron. But number 3, I don't know if you guys ever, you know who Lauren London is?
Lauren London?
I don't know.
You know Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah.
His wife.
Oh, okay.
Fiance before he died.
Okay.
And she was an actor. She's pretty famous. She
Gotcha.
She has a baby from Lil Wayne too. So, you that kind of tells you how fine
Makes
she
sense.
is.
Makes sense.
Kiss, marry, kill. I'll have to. I don't know. Vanessa got caught putting out nudes.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty sus.
I'm probably gonna kiss Lauren, marry Alicia, because I want my wife to if I could choose to have my wife be a great singer, be that talented, along with my love for music and pass that down to my kids, I definitely have to marry Alicia.
Yeah.
And I probably have to kill Vanessa for getting exposed like that.
That makes sense.
I don't know if I want everybody seeing my wife's goods.
Right.
Kissing her.
That's for you, for your eyes only. Yeah.
So,
I think, can I change mine? Farrah Fawcett's too old. I was thinking about it. I was like, she's too old. I want to go with Margot Robbie from Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
And she was in Once Upon in Hollywood.
Suicide
and she's
Squad,
in Suicide
Harley
Squad.
Quinn.
Suicide Squad. Yeah. But I'd probably still kill her.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
I'm already made my mind up.
That's cool. That's fair. Lexi, you had a fun internship this summer. You were telling me about earlier in the semester. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because, it was right around the time COVID hit, and I really didn't know what to do when school shut down. So I actually went back home for my dad's birthday, and I ended up just staying there because everything I do in Hayes was closed, and I also wasn't getting along with my roommates, but that's a different story. But anyway, so I ended up staying, and some people from my hometown approached me saying that the Nebraska Community Foundation was looking for hometown interns. And so basically the Nebraska Community Foundation is a nonprofit organization, and they wanted interns to work in their hometowns, and it was kind of to encourage them to move back home. But each affiliated fund had some different job for their intern. Well, what McCook, my hometown, they wanted someone to tell McCook stories through various media, so video, audio, print, and they wanted someone to run social media, and that's basically what I'm studying and wanting to do after I graduate. So so it just kind of worked out. I was it kind of stink to leave Hayes. I wasn't planning on leaving Hayes for the summer, but everything was closed here. My hometown was a little open because we didn't have as many cases as Hayes, and I got to live at home rent free, and I also got to be with my family, which was super nice. But yeah, I got to make a lot of videos for them. I ran their social media pages, which was fun because I got to help them get engagement up and get some new ideas for things to do back here in Hayes for TMN, for personal portfolio stuff. So it was super nice. And then the really cool part was that I got to talk to these 13 different interns that were all across the state of Nebraska. It was kind of sad because we didn't get to meet in person like we were supposed to, but we Zoomed every Thursday. And so that was just really nice to kind of collaborate and hear about what everybody was working on in their hometown. Because like I said, every fund was doing something different. So it was just kind of really cool to as cheesy as it sounds, like you kind of got really inspired and motivated to want to make a difference in your community. And I love my hometown so much. Like, I am so thankful that that's where I grew up and was raised, and I was glad I got to spend the summer there. And I just kind of felt like I did make a difference. I had a lot of people coming up to me saying that they really liked the work that I was putting out, and they were wanting me to, they kept saying, oh, you're going to be a senior, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, are you going to come back to McCook? And I was like,
No.
well, I keep telling
That was going to
them.
be my next question. You plan on going back and working with them further? Like,
So not right now. Right now, I really want to move to Kansas City. I do want to experience like the metropolitan city life for a little bit. Here's the thing. I will never be closed off to the idea of moving back home because I love the area, and I just think about when I want to settle down and have a family. Like, I would love to raise my kids in McCook, but right now I really don't want to. I'm 22. I think it's time I experience something else. And you know, with my career, with what I want to do, there are going to be more opportunities in a city than there is in a small town. But there's still chances I could make my own opportunity back in McCook. But I just think I need to see the world more and do different things. And it just felt so weird telling everybody, like, no, I'm not coming back. But I had to, like, express, it's not because I love McCook. I do. I just want to do something different. So
that's kind of weird. Like, that people, it's weird telling people that you're not coming back because, like, I'm from a small town too in South Florida, and like, but when you make it out and like you come back to visit, they tell you don't come back.
Right.
Like, you don't want to get stuck in this. You don't want to, like, it ain't nothing here for you. Don't come back. And like you said, I want to live in the city for a little bit after I'm done here too. But like eventually 10, 15 years down the road, like I would love to raise my family where I grew up at. And like, because I know what'll come from it. Like I came from it. So like, I know how my kids will turn out. Like, I know the people in the community, they'll love my family just because like everybody loves everybody in my town. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, it's small town drama. Every small town has it, but ultimately, everybody loves everybody.
Yeah, and that's what I love about McCook is and I mean, yeah, like you said, it's every small town. You just seem so tight knit.
Yeah.
I personally think it's kind of cool going to the grocery store and seeing people that you know, and they ask you like, "How's your day? How's your family?" Because they know. But that's also where you can get in trouble is, you know, sometimes like private things are kind of out in the public when you really don't want them to be. But I personally love having a community that wants to make their hometown better. And that's really what my entire internship was about, was just trying to make McCook a better place to live through putting out different media. So it also felt so good to have people say like, we want you back in McCook.
Yeah.
That's another
a good
thing.
Feeling.
Yeah, I'm like, so if I say go to Kansas City and I end up hating it, it's like, well, I know I'm wanted somewhere.
Yeah.
Hometown hero.
Yeah.
Did you get paid? Was it a paid internship?
It was. I got paid a lot.
That's
it was
good.
super nice.
That's
Tell us the
good.
number.
I got paid $13 an hour.
That's
for
pretty
an
good.
intern. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I made $10 an hour at Hobby Lobby this summer, so.
You worked at Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
Hobby Lobby done up the price. They're
I know,
paying
right
like
as I
$16 an hour now.
Right as I left, they made it up.
My girlfriend was talking. Me and my girlfriend work at KBC, and we make like 13. But she was talking about like her dad texted me was like, Hobby Lobby is paying $16 an hour now. You don't have to deal with kids either.
Yeah,
And,
bro.
yeah,
What did you have to do? Like decorate the shelves or something?
Kind of. Yeah. So I was playing summer ball here for the Larks, and I needed a job because I got to pay rent, and my parents helped me out with rent and stuff like that because as an athlete, you don't have much time for a job to like pay for rent. So my parents have been helping me out, but I felt really bad because I didn't want to have them pay every time. So I got the job at Hobby Lobby, and I worked in the morning for like 6 hours, but I was like the handyman, like. It was mostly just old ladies that worked there or younger, like girls our age that like couldn't lift the heavy stuff. There was only like 1 or 2 other guys that worked there. Trevor works there.
I was gonna say I saw Trevor there earlier, like back in August.
Yeah, so there wasn't many guys that were there, and I pretty much like walked around, and if somebody needed something from the top shelf, I went and got a ladder. I put together furniture in the back. I was pretty much like the grip of the,
did all the dirty
crew.
work.
Yeah, I did everything that they didn't. I replaced tiles one time. I got to use a blowtorch. It was crazy. Yeah.
Hey, that's outside of your pay grade.
I
buddy.
know, and they just like threw me into it, and they're like, "Yep, you can do everything." I didn't have like much training at all, so it was pretty
That's
cool though.
cool.
It was cool.
Okay.
It seems like Hobby Lobby's always having a sale but it really
everywhere.
doesn't. It really doesn't affect anything because it's still super expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, curveball right here. 3 least favorite things about your parents.
Oh.
What?
Everybody got
Everybody?
Okay, I was like,
Everybody's
please
answered
do not put me on the spot. Everyone's got to
Everybody's
answer.
answered it.
Oh, okay. I feel really bad for saying this, but this is what came to my mind right away. Okay, first of all, I'm going to express I love my parents to death, so no bad ill against them, but this is especially my dad. My dad is a coach, and he's just like a natural born leader. I think that's a great quality, but my brother and I growing up would get frustrated because his mentality was always like there's only like one right way to do it, and either like do it to the best or don't do it at all. And growing up, that was just like a little frustrating when you're trying to learn something new, and if you make a mistake, like he would kind of get on us. And I get why. Like he just wants us to, you know, be better and just like, you know, work to the best of our ability. So, but it just was like so annoying, like when we were trying to learn how to change a car battery, and I can't remember what I screwed up, but I messed something up, and I just got like a 10-minute lecture. And I was like, this is my first time changing a car battery. Like, of course I'm gonna make mistakes. So yeah, I hate how hard they would get on us when we screwed up. Again, that was mostly just my dad. My mom, me and her we're like identical. We are so much alike, and sometimes that is a problem because when we argue literally about arguing. Like she'll be like, I don't even know how to explain it. She'll be like, you're raising your voice at me, and I'm like, well, you're raising your voice at me. And like it's like, so we literally argue about how we are just so identical, and that gets frustrating. But I can't really think of a third one. Well, okay, this really isn't an issue anymore, but oh my gosh, we kind of like butted heads about this. When I first got to college, my brother was still in high school. He's in college now, and my brother he did a lot of sports in high school, and I always kind of felt a little left out because, you know, it was always like following my dad and my brother to football games since my dad coaches and he played, or his basketball game, or like whatever, and I always felt left out. So I was like, you guys always love DJ, like watching him more. Like now that because I did sports in high school too, but when I got to college I stopped. I'm like, now that I'm not doing sports, you just don't care. So that caused us to get in like some issues, but like that's over with. I was just being dramatic. I think I was just kind of getting used to being away from home, and obviously they were just getting used to only having one kid in the house. But yeah, that got us into some heated arguments going like, you love him more, and I was being so dramatic. So
you're the oldest?
I am the oldest.
One of two?
Yeah.
Just you and your brother?
It's just me and my brother. My brother's 2 years younger than me. He's a sophomore in college. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Those aren't bad things, I don't think. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Your parents can't get mad at you about that because they'll be like, yeah, you know, you're right.
Yeah, they do know. We always talk about how my dad is super hard on us, and then after my mom and I finish an argument, we're like, we literally just argue over the stupidest stuff all the time. So
yeah. No, those aren't bad things. For me, I'd like to preface it the same thing. I love my parents to death. They're the best parents I've ever had because they're the only two parents I have.
You've had more than just those parents?
No, but they're great. They're awesome. I would say my dad's kind of the same way. He gets really frustrated when you don't do something right the first time.
Yeah.
Or if you don't do it timely. So my dad is super like on time / 20 minutes early, and I'm kind of the same way. So he would get frustrated if we were running late. So I would always feel frustrated. So he passed that on to me. But my mom loves to run late. She can run late she'll be late to her funeral. So that's kind of my pet peeve about my mom. I love her to death, but she's always like, well, you know, we have to be there at 1, so let's leave here at like 12:55. I'm like, Mom, no, we got to be there early. My mom also was kind of a stickler when we would clean our rooms in high school and middle school. We talked about that last time. She would always like, you got to put your clothes away. Like sometimes I'd be doing homework and I would bring my clean clothes downstairs and just put them on my floor. And she would get really mad at my brother and I for doing that. And it's kind of a running joke now that we have to put stuff away, not just away. So that's 2. My third one, Man, I can't really think of a third one where that's a pet peeve of mine, though. My mom loves to clean, and that was kind of a annoying thing for me. It was every Sunday, like, Mom, I haven't been home all week. My room looks the same. She's like, nope, you got to clean it. So now I'm glad she did that, because some people that I've lived with are nasty.
Oh gosh.
And I'm like, oh, well, how are you raised? You know?
Oh my God.
So it was one of those things. Those
are the people that were raised where their parents did everything for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
they never had to be independent and do that type of stuff by themselves.
Yeah.
Or like, even if, like, you know how your mom like will enforce it and like make you clean your own room, like those moms like told them and then did it for them if they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people end up like that.
I think if you talk to anybody, they would say that back in like high school, they would hated having their parents tell them to clean up, but once they're on their own, they're like super
Thank
thankful
God
for
you
it.
told me to do that. Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. I see people, I go to people's like houses or friends or whatever. I'm like, how do you live like this? It's, I can't even.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
All right. I'll go
turn.
number one. All right. So my parents split when I was like 9, right? And I live with my mom. So the number one thing for me is still to this day, my dad thinks we're like still babies, like still little kids. Like he treats us like when we do stuff that we're supposed to be doing because we're grown. He's like, what you got? What's your business doing that? Like, why you doing that? He questions everything. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm 23. I'm a grown man now. Like, you got, and thing is, like, he has kids that age. Like, I'm the oldest of 8. He has 7 other kids, and only 3 of us are grown. So, like, you got kids to watch over like that. The government.
Don't worry about me.
Don't be worrying about me. I got it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he's just now starting to realize that, like, the last year and a half, we fell out a couple times, and like, I think he realized then, like, he's grown now. Like, he don't need me with him every step of the way.
Yeah.
Type deal, because I've survived when we fell out, and like, so I think that's my number one thing. My number 2 is probably my mom being like so active on social media. I kind of hate that. That, and like between social media and like her always wanting pictures, and I'm not a picture person. Like, unless I'm like in my active state where like I'm playing football or something, like, I'm not a big guy for pictures. Like, and when I go out, I'm not like, hey, let's flick it up, bro. Like, nah, I'm just trying to have a good time. And if we happen to take pictures, cool. If some pictures get taken of me while I'm in like the moment, cool. But I'm not.
You're not gonna go out of your way to say it.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that's probably my second least favorite thing about my parents. And third, probably my dad's wife.
You don't like her? Not a fan?
Not a fan. Well, like, I was a fan, and then like stuff happened, stuff transpired, and like I'm just not a fan. She's a little on the crazy side. Yeah. But not gonna get into depth on that. Just know that's my third.
There's not always good ones out there. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, he
as long as he's happy.
He married her.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, she's the mother of 2 of my siblings, and I love her for that.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, I don't like her.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I hate her, because you feel me. Why would I hate the mother of my 2 youngest siblings? But
for sure,
I'm definitely not a big fan.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But all right, 3 favorite things. Let's go fast this time. Because we got another segment that's gonna take some time.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Does someone else want to go first while I think?
I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
My parents are really good cooks. They're super caring and loving. They take care of my brother and I quite a bit, and they're really good about that. And I think my favorite part about my parents is the way they raised me and my brother. It's not really a quality that they have, but they did a really good job of raising both of us. And they started from pretty humble beginnings. You know, they lived in a pretty small, low-income house and made their way to the top. And I'm just glad the way they raised me. So that's probably my favorite thing about them.
Okay.
I can go if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Number 1, my dad's super funny.
Really?
He's the funniest. Like, probably next to my uncle, which is his younger brother, they're the 2 funniest people I knew. Mm-hmm. So like, sense of humor, that's one of my favorite things about my dad. Number 2, my mom is a jack of all trades. She's a hustler. Like, she can do so much stuff. She can do hair, she can bake, she can cook. She's smart. She has her CDL, so she can drive trucks.
Dang.
Like, she's literally a jack of all trades.
Wow.
And like that, she has that. She put that ambition in me. Mm-hmm. So like, that's why I can do so much stuff. Like, from instruments to like doing this type stuff to football. Like, and I'm smart. So like, I appreciate her for that, and that's one of my favorite things about her. And then like number 3 is gonna be putting both together. They both like they have a special type of love for me and my siblings, all of us. Like and that's big for me because all my dad's kids aren't all my mom's kids, right. But she loves all my siblings like they're hers. Like my little brothers that are from my first stepmom, she loves them. Like she's always getting them, and they're coming to spend the night at our house and stuff like that. And she's active in all of their lives, except for my stepmom now, my dad's wife now, because she won't like they don't get along. So of course she's not gonna be in their lives. Yeah. But for the most part, like she loves all my siblings like they're hers. So that's like the love and the care that they give, that's definitely number 3 for me.
Cool. God, it's just so hard for me to pick because I love.
It is hard.
It's so hard. Okay, I would probably say my dad. I love how like socially outgoing he is, and I'm socially outgoing, so I get that from him. I just love seeing him interact with people. It doesn't matter like who or like what event he's at, he can make a conversation with anybody. And I just think that's the coolest thing in the world, and I get that from him because I'm the same way. My mom, I love how, again, I know it's kind of funny because I said we argue because we know each other so well, but that's also a blessing because like my mom knows me better than anybody. So I love how if I ever have a problem and I go to her, like she just knows exactly what to say to help me out. And then both of them together, I mean, kind of like what you said, Jace, I love how they raised us. They were very good at pushing and motivating me and my brother to do more. And I also just they had this mentality of like, you know, control what you can control. And I feel like that really got us out of, I'm not saying like, oh, we were in any serious situation, but you know, growing up, you can be in a lot of drama. That's part of growing up. And I felt like I was able to avoid that because they were like, control what Lexi can control. Don't worry about, you know, what anybody else thinks or, you know, only do what you can do. So I really like how they raised us. So. Yeah. Man, cool. It's hard to pick because they're also good cooks. My dad is also fun. Like, I don't know.
I think if you have a dad that's not funny, he's not being a very good dad.
He's not being a good dad.
You got to have a funny dad.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, but see, like, most dads are like dad funny. Right. Like, my dad is funny. Yeah. Like, outright funny. He's just like outright funny. Like,
my dad is like dad funny until he gets with his friends from like high school and college. That is just... drunken stories that we could talk about forever, but it's so good.
All right, getting into it. Me, Jason, and Christian used to talk a lot about like relationship stuff, and last time I checked, you weren't in a relationship.
I am not in a relationship.
All right, but you're still a female, and like we still want to get opinions,
that insider talk
on the other side. So like this time we're gonna do like it's kind of like this or that, but it's like dating questions, and let's get into it. All right, tall or short?
I prefer tall.
Why? I mean, I'm not short, but like I just want to know why the short guys don't get no love.
Shout out to the 5'6" guys.
I think I should specify before we get into this that this isn't, for me personally, I can't speak on behalf of any other girl. I'm not saying, oh, if you're short, you're absolutely out of the question. That's not the case at all.
He has to look like Zac Efron, huh?
Oh yeah, if he's not Zach, no, I'm kidding. No, it's not for me. It's not like, oh, that puts you like out of the game. It's just like if I have to pick, I'm gonna pick tall.
Would you say you're like, if you look in a crowd, like if you're at a restaurant or something like that, and you see a tall guy and a short guy, you're gonna go for the taller guy? Do you like prejudice a little bit like that? Like,
like probably a little bit. Guy. Like if I didn't know anything about that person, never talked to them, it was just simply off of like height, I would probably go for the tall guy. Yeah. I just think, and it's kind of sad, but I think the reason is because there is this stigma of like, it's kind of funny looking if a girlfriend is taller than her boyfriend. And I hate that. Like, you know, hey, if she's taller, like that's fine. It's like love is love, whatever. But
it is weird.
It is kind of weird, but I don't know. I am naturally drawn to taller guys. So.
Hey, Christian is listening over in the control room, and he just told me to ask you if our friend from last semester, if he had like a chance, because you know he's not too short, not too tall, but like
if he had a chance,
if he has a chance. You know who we're talking about.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yes, Christian, you had a chance. I don't know who you're talking about, but you had a chance, dude.
But no, all right, next one. Physical attraction or mental attraction?
Oh, that one is so hard.
answer it right because I know you're not just one for mental attraction.
Well,
because if that was the case, you would have gave my friend a chance.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, are you really gonna tell me that that you would date someone you are not physically attracted to? I mean,
I think at the end of the day, like, if your intentions are to get married, you have to roll over and wake up in the morning, and you don't want to roll over and be like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Of
you
course.
gotta
You're right.
love who you're looking at too. It's a little bit of both.
yeah, I mean,
agree.
obviously it's not, you put aside the mental attraction, but like, yeah, you can't just be like, I'm gonna date someone that is on a scale of 1 to 10 you think is a 0 or something.
Right.
But I don't know. I would have to say, like, if we're going again off of like not talking, just first look, yes, physical attraction. But I will say there have been so many times where you'll think someone is so attractive, and then you get to know them,
they're
and you don't
dumb.
like their personality. You're like, wow, you're
Yeah.
like, you're not good
Yeah.
looking at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask. So like, say you were like, you were friends with this guy, and he wasn't a looker, but he was smart. He checked all the boxes on the mental side of things for you. Would you give him a chance? Like, would you try talking to him?
If he was like a 50-50, I'm like not like
Yeah.
butt ugly, like in your opinion, but like
Oh.
if
Like
he
a
was
four,
like an
a four.
average
Like
looking dude.
not a 1, but a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But he checked all boxes in the other area.
Yeah, because again, I think once you get to know someone, it really changes. So like my freshman year, there was this one guy that he honestly, looking back, was not very attractive at all. I'm not dropping his name.
Drop his name.
No.
Hey, this might give that guy some hope. Like, he might be like, oh, I got a good
No.
personality. I'm not.
No, he
I'm
lost
not
his
too
chance.
bad.
He screwed it up. So,
Boo.
but no, so like basically, he really wasn't that attractive. But once I started to get to know him, I thought he was cute, and all my friends were like, "Ew, that was honestly." He looked like a 40-year-old man, is what they all thought. But,
Poor guy.
but getting to know him, I thought he was cute because I liked his personality. But
Sometimes, like in my experience, I've been friends with somebody that I thought was like decent looking, but the more I got to know them, the better I thought they looked, because like their personality like projects a better looking person than like what other people might see from the outside. So I get
exactly,
that.
I'm like very big on getting to know, like being friends with someone before entering a relationship.
Definitely.
So like so I am single, I'm not in a relationship, but I just got asked out on a date actually 2 nights ago. I know, it's my first one in like a year and a half, so I'm freaking out.
Party.
But it's a guy that like I've been pretty good friends with for like the last few
Don't do it.
months.
Don't do it.
No,
I'm gonna
like-
tell you. Right, look, I got 2 friends literally going through this right now. Right, they've been friends for a long time, and then the guy decided to ask the girl on a date. And like, not saying they wouldn't be a cool couple, but the girl said no, and now things are real awkward between them. So like, and not even that, but like, even if you go on a date and like say y'all don't work out, you'll never have that friend again.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be awkward.
I mean, I get that, but here's the thing. Me and him were like, we're not like tight. It's not like he's my best friend. We've hung out before in the same. It's more like in the same friend group. I shouldn't say like just one-on-one.
Even if y'all do that, if y'all in the same friend group where y'all like hang in groups, it's gonna be awkward.
Well, I agree with that, but right now.
But hey, don't let me deter you. That might be your boyfriend. That might be your next boyfriend. So
well,
like,
right
don't
now
let me deter
it's
you
just
from it.
It's
Just a warning.
a date.
Yeah.
We literally have both talked about it. We're like, it's just a date.
Where are you going?
Just
We
a
don't know
date.
yet.
You don't know yet?
You say just a date, and like, of course, you put it out. It's just a date. But
It
like,
is. It's literally.
You're real excited about it.
I am.
It seems like more than just a date, doesn't it, Jace?
It does.
Well, I don't know. I'm getting all
That's
flustered.
exciting.
I'm excited. I
It's getting
haven't,
hot.
I haven't been on a date in like a year and a half. I don't have
man.
much luck with guys. But anyways,
All right, older or younger?
I prefer older. But it's so funny because like every
So
guy,
cliche.
every guy I've ever talked to is always younger. But like this guy's younger.
I think some guys that are younger are pretty immature.
Yeah.
It's rare to find a younger guy that's mature, and
Well-
that's what girls look for, is a mature dude.
Exactly. And I guess I should specify like because I said like I've talked to younger guys. I'm not talking like years apart. Normally it's like months. Because like me, I'm 22. I will not go out with a freshman in college. I'm a senior. I'm 22. I will not date an 18 or 19-year-old. Even though they're legal, it's the maturity level.
Yeah.
So.
If I was single, I couldn't date a freshman.
Oh,
here in
no.
Florida.
No.
That,
No.
That's
that
totally
life-
different.
That life is different. Like,
Yeah.
I'm what is appealing to her and like what attracts her and gets her happy and stuff won't get me happy no
Right.
more. Like,
Yeah.
maybe if we were freshmen together, yeah, but now, like, the life I'm living now, I couldn't do it.
For sure.
Small town or a city guy?
Man, I would have to say I'll go towards small town because I think men that were raised in small towns have like really good family values, and I just really look for that in a guy.
They're just tougher.
Yeah. I mean, city life guys are cool and whatnot, but I just think they have better values. They are tougher, without a doubt.
And,
Like,
and honestly, small town guys have more common sense.
yeah.
You think?
Like,
Well, and then some
like
cases.
common sense ain't common everywhere, but
Right.
obviously, like, it's like I feel like there's more blondes in the city than in small towns.
There's definitely some people who get a lot of things handed to them that are from bigger towns.
Yeah,
for sure.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That sense of entitlement in the city, they always, like, city people always complaining about stuff, like nothing's ever good enough.
I feel like
Like-
city people don't really know what it's like outside of their bubble. And I mean, there are some small town people who are like that too, but for the most part, small town people know more about what's going on in the world, where city people, they're like in a bubble. I don't know how to explain it, but at least that's my interactions with people I've met who are born and raised in a city.
And it's mainly because, like, the stuff that we see on the news, that you see on the news, that's in the city. So, like, they see that stuff and, like, they live in it. But for us, we get our world and we get to see their world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care what happens around their,
They don't.
not outside of their
I will
world.
never forget one time. Sorry, I'm getting a little off topic, but I went to New York City and we happened to talk to a New Yorker, and a couple things. One, he said he's never seen stars because you can't see
Can't see
stars.
out. Yeah.
He's never left like the city area, and he also thought I drove like a tractor to school every day. He did. I said I was from Nebraska, and he was just like, oh, like, do you guys get like technology? I'm like, yes. And he's like, don't you guys like drive your tractor to school? And I don't know about here in Hayes or whatever. We have a drive your tractor to school one day of the year, but it's not an everyday thing.
No, not here.
My girlfriend is from St. Francis, and it's at the border of Kansas and Nebraska too.
Yeah.
And they do that like one day out
one
the
day a year.
And then, like, when they graduate, like for their they do like a graduation parade where you get your best vehicle. So, like, you might have somebody in a tractor, and then she was like, this one girl from a graduating class, they own planes. So this girl drove a plane down the road.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's some small town stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this guy from New York like legitimately asked. He was like, "Do you guys have the same technology we do?" I was like, "Yes, like we get electricity, like
We have Wi-Fi.
we have Wi-Fi. It's probably not as strong as it is in New York, but we still get it."
Sad.
What about you, Jay? Small town or city living?
I've dated both. I kind of have a rough history of dating girls, not necessarily rough in the sense of like, I have a bad experiences, just never found the one I wanted to spend a long time with, which I have now.
I was gonna say you're in a serious relationship now, aren't
now
you?
my relationship's great. And
Where's she from?
She's from everywhere. She was born in Tennessee.
Yeah.
She was in Memphis, then she moved to Virginia. Then she's like, she would consider her hometown to be Lyons, Kansas, which is like 30
That's a
minutes from
small town,
Hutchinson.
right?
Yeah, it's a small town. So that's where her grandparents live now, and that's where we go and visit them. So I would say she's a small town girl, but she grew up like in different places.
Yeah, but she has those small town values.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really prefer like I guess the girls I've dated from a bigger city were just as good as the girls I dated from the small town. It came down to, it wasn't the right person, wasn't the right time kind of thing. But I guess I would say small town just because that's the best of luck I've had right now.
For me, I go based off like aggravation, and I got way like every girl's gonna be a little aggravating. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's just off top.
We're
Like,
crazy.
Every
We
girl
know
is
it.
every girl is crazy. We said it the last time. Every girl is crazy. You just gotta pick the one you want to deal
That's
with.
least crazy. Yeah.
But like all my aggravation, like the most aggravation in like talking stages or dating, came from city girls.
Really?
So like I'm definitely going to rock with the small town.
yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're
Simple.
they're what is low demand. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
morning person or a night owl.
Morning person or a night owl? Definitely a night owl. I am not a morning person. Well, okay, now maybe it would be bad if I dated a night owl because I'm also a night owl. Now I'm second guessing
more
myself.
fun.
That
It'd
would
be
be
more
good.
fun.
Y'all would be
Yeah.
up like at 2 a.m. watching scary movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I personally don't think I would be super thrilled if on like say a lazy Sunday morning if I had someone going like pulling the blinds up and being like, wake up, it's 6 a.m. time to like start the day. I'd feel like, oh my gosh, screw off. Like I want to sleep. So I think I would have to go for a night owl, because if I want to go out and have a good time, I would like my significant other with me.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Yeah. Night owl. I'm kind of a night owl too, but I as I've gotten older, I've kind of enjoyed being a morning person.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been a morning person all my life, and like I just feel like you get way more stuff done.
You do.
When you get up, and like it's less people up.
Yeah.
And like less traffic, less drama, and you run into like less problems.
Definitely.
Versus, and I don't know. My girlfriend right now she's in between. She literally she can go to bed at 9 and sleep till 9.
bless you.
oh my gosh, thank you.
Like, yeah, it's kind of wild. She can go to bed.
She's
at
like a
9
12-hour sleeper.
Yeah, she like as long as I let her
Dang.
go.
Wow.
Which, like, since she's been
impressive.
with me, like I wake up naturally. I wake up at 7 a.m. Like if I sleep past 9, I must have went to sleep at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's just like my body. It's been like that since I was a kid. Like when we used to do sleepovers when I was a kid, everybody stay up. Like we try to stay up all night. I'd be out by 11 or 12, and then they'll just be crashing at like 5, and I'll wake up at 7. And like you're at sleepovers at kids, like y'all play video games, and like you never got your turn. Your turn was never long enough. Well, my turn was always long enough because I was always the first one up playing while everybody was sleeping. So like that was just one of the positives I seen in waking up. But
Yeah.
as I got older, I realized like it's better to do stuff in the morning, like working out,
Definitely.
running errands, all that stuff is just better. To
Feel
get
more
up and get
productive
it.
too.
Yeah.
By the
I
end of the
definitely
day.
know as I've gotten older, I've been able to wake up. Like when I was in high school on the weekends, I could have slept until like 11, but now I normally wake up at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 every morning.
Yeah.
So my problem is I can shut my alarm off and go back to sleep, but without an alarm, I normally wake up at like 8. So
All right. College educated or high school grad?
College educated.
I'll break it down. So, do you like? Does it matter if this guy only graduated high school, but he went to like trade school and like, and he's like doing HVAC and he's making $70,000 a year, or does he have to have a degree and he's probably working in what business management making $50,000 a year?
Okay, when you put it like that,
Because I knew you was gonna jump to college educated and just demean the high school grads. No, these guys can make money too.
No, they can't. Like people from my family didn't go to college and were very successful. I will say I've only ever been in one relationship, and he dropped out of college and he was supposed to go to trade school and he never did, and he just was always bouncing around the place, and I couldn't take that.
Yeah.
I need someone who is motivated, goal oriented, and driven. So if they're graduating from high school and they go to trade school, or they're motivated, I could deal with that. I would prefer college education just because I am big on like being financially smart and stable and that kind of stuff. But if you're motivated and you have a plan and you can get there without a college degree, by all means, like, cool. I would not put you out of the running. It's the people that graduate high school and are just like lazy and I'm like, I'm done. I just don't want to do anything. Nah, you lost me.
Bumps. Party person or a homebody?
This is a tough one. Okay, can we define like party person? Is party person someone who like gets drunk all the time and does like hookups?
Friday, Saturday, they out. Consistently.
Consistently? Oh gosh. I want a happy medium.
Yeah.
I'm a once a month type guy. I can go.
I can go like maybe every other week, or but I can't do every weekend. I can't do every single night. And I like to go out, but I'm not one of those people who, I don't go out to get drunk. I don't go out to do like hookup or any of that kind of typical party scene stuff. I just go to socialize and be with friends. So I want a guy who wants to go out to parties and like have a good time, but not where it's like that's their life. And that's the sucky thing about college is there's so many people who would rather just live the party life than actually find something serious. And I mean, hey, if that's what you want, fine. I'm not going to judge, but I would want something serious. I don't want partying to be a priority over a relationship. So
A happy medium for me is great because some Friday nights, like just want to chill, like
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
busy all week, but Saturday comes around, I'm putting my party shoes on.
Yes, exactly.
But like I'm kind of the same way. Like when I go out, my goal, like some of my friends are like, I cannot wait to get so drunk tonight. Like, no, like I want to remember it. I want to have a few drinks and have a good time, but I don't want to like.
You don't want to black out every single night.
10 a.m. rolls around, like I want to watch College Game Day, not crack open a beer.
Yes.
So
see, but that's why I'm like a once a month or like every other week type of guy, because I want to go get drunk.
Yeah.
So
it's
like,
fun.
It's okay.
So because it's fun, and that's what like most people go out for. So like I don't want to have to do it every weekend.
It hurts the next day too.
Exactly. So I can put up with like doing it once or twice a month.
Yeah.
But like I can't do it twice.
It's okay. If every once in a while you're like, I'm gonna drink tonight. Maybe like obviously be safe. Don't ever like not be safe, but maybe be like, I'm not gonna have a limit. But doing that every single time, like I've talked to guys and liked guys where partying and drinking was their priority, and that was annoying. Like seriously, we can't do anything other than just watch you crack open a beer. Like that shouldn't be their whole life. It should just be more like a once in a while kind of thing, and it should just be to socialize and have fun, not to I just don't get how people can black out every single night, but
so
not gonna judge.
Financially unstable too. Like,
oh my gosh,
alcohol is kind of expensive.
It's so expensive,
and it's bad for your body. It's literally poison that you just put in your body.
I know.
Which is, I mean, your choice, but it's still fun to do. You just gotta, you gotta find the yin and the yang.
Yeah, for me personally, I didn't drink until I turned 21. So it was like really weird when I did start drinking and just kind of seeing the effect that it had on people. I was always going out and like the DD, I just didn't put alcohol into my body. And now that I have, I can see how it can be really fun if you're safe about it. But yeah, it is really bad for you. I always feel like I got to go run on the treadmill like extra after a night of drinking.
Drink a gallon of water.
Yeah.
Outgoing or introverted?
Outgoing for sure. Like I said, I'm a very outgoing person. If I just don't want to be going out with my significant other and they can't hold a conversation, or they're always looking to me like help, I don't know how to start a conversation. Like they gotta be able to hold their own, and it's just more fun. I love meeting new people, and I want my significant other to like being around people as well. So
I think I'm kind of like, me personally, when I'm out with my girlfriend and her friends, like I'm just to myself, cause like, one, I don't really want to hang with y'all. Like I don't really like y'all like that. Like I'm cool with y'all. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike y'all, but like y'all ain't my friends.
You don't look forward to like.
And two, I'm not trying to get buddy with y'all, because if stuff go down with us, y'all definitely taking her side. Right. So like I don't need y'all faking like y'all my friend when y'all not really my friend. Y'all are her friends. I just associate with y'all. Yeah. So like I'm very like. She always says, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. I'm like, nah, it's not that I don't want to be here. I don't see the need for me to get all in y'all stuff. Like, I'm gonna let y'all have fun, and if I see somebody that I know walk in, I'll turn up. Like I'll go have fun over there, or like not have fun, but like I'll go be more talkative over there. Yeah. Versus over here, I don't need that from your friends.
Yeah, definitely. My girlfriend right now is way more outgoing than I am, and I think I'm pretty outgoing. So it's kind of nice to be like the introvert a little bit sometimes. I just watch her do her thing.
And that's nice. I like just observing stuff sometimes too.
Yeah. It's good to have both though, I think. Yeah.
Right. Kids or no kids?
I would like kids someday.
I'm talking about, okay, what? No.
Oh, if he has kids?
I'm saying like, does it matter if he has kids or not? Is that a problem?
Oh man,
could you be a stepmom?
That's an encounter you might have to take into effect your next couple years.
Oh, I know. I feel like it just kind of depends on where I'm at. So right now at the age of 22, I don't think so.
You could be a stepmom?
No, not right now. But
you think so? I could. Yeah.
I would say down the road. Like if down the road I'm like maybe mid to late 20s, early 30s, and if I meet someone with kids, I could be a stepmom. But right now I don't think I could. So I thought you meant I want kids.
So like, all right, you say you graduated in May, right?
Yes.
So you graduated in May. You're in Kansas City in July. You're out at a bar. You meet this 32-year-old divorcee. And he has 2 kids.
He's 32. That means he's 10 years older than me. That's too much.
Is that too old?
That's a little too old.
You're grown. You're in the city.
Age is just a number.
Okay, it is a number, but here's my thing. There is still so much like of a maturity gap.
Okay, but females mature faster than males. That's what they say.
Supposedly.
It's true.
That's what they say. So, like, are you asking this guy how old he is at the bar? Like,
Not right away.
Both of y'all are drinking. Like, is that in the conversation, or like,
At some point.
do you have great conversation, go on a couple dates, and then find out that he's 32 and then walks out because he's too old?
No, you have like you meet him at a bar or wherever. You like talk each other up, have a good conversation, and then some point in the night you meet, you ask how old they are. You don't go on dates and then.
I don't think I've ever, now that you say that, like in my history of like being single, I don't think how do you work in that question?
How old are you?
Yeah.
I think like
I just always ask.
I don't think it matters.
Maybe that's why I'm single.
But that's why I don't think it matters, because like by the time you get to ask it, you're already too far in.
Right. Well, and for like, I turned 21 way earlier than a lot of my classmates did. I'm 22 now. But when you're at the bar, like in a college town, if they got a bracelet on, they're less 21. Than 21,
Yeah.
or they're 21 or older, and then if they have stamps or
Yeah.
marks, then they're 21 or less. So that's kind of like a good gauge, like right now. But like as we get older, everybody's gonna be 21 because you hang out with those people that are older. So
I don't know. I just feel like if you're having a good conversation, like I don't see what's so wrong about asking how old are you.
Yeah.
Like it's just your age, but. I know age is just a number, but there is still such a big maturity gap, I feel like. I don't think my parents would also approve if I brought home a 32-year-old man at the age of 22, so.
Hey, man, your parents not dating them.
Exactly.
It's your life. You got to live it. All right, rich or poor?
Oh, my gosh. I don't want to sound like such a jerk.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Are we asking, like, if I have to pick, or just like,
or not even poor, like
middle
$30,000 a year.
That's fine. I just want someone. They don't have to be rich. They just need to be financially smart. Like I don't want someone who's gonna go, like we said earlier, I don't want someone who's gonna blow their money on alcohol every weekend. I don't want someone who's just not gonna be smart with their money. They don't have to be rich. 30K a year is fine. I mean, it's not about the money. If you want anything serious, like that is just part of our world, is the finance and all that kind of stuff. And that puts a lot of problems into relationships. So I think as long as you're both on the same terms and you agree with how to spend your money properly, that's fine. No, they don't need to be rich, but I don't want someone who's just going to go throw their money away on stupid stuff and put us in like financial debt.
Right.
So.
All right. Bearded or baby face? It's a great one.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Doo-doo.
Yeah.
I know. I was like,
face.
oh gosh. Okay. I'm trying to think how to explain this. So if I'm being honest, I think I have always naturally been drawn to baby face. As I've gotten older,
You're only 22. You haven't experienced life yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a make or break thing. But I just think about all the guys that I have personally liked or everyone on dates with, and they tend to have more of a baby face. So.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Tell you what they say, Lexi. Once you go beard, you don't go back.
You can always shave a beard too.
Well, and I mean, I'll tell you what, my friends said the same thing, and they were always like, oh yeah, kissing a guy with a beard is so, I've never kissed a guy with a beard, so, but they're like, oh, it's so different.
I wouldn't want to kiss myself. Like mine is like scratchy.
I don't even like when me and my girlfriend hug or something, or like she's laying on my chest, I pull my head back so I don't scratch her and stuff like that, because I know that tickles.
Yeah. Mine's like pokey.
Sometimes I put my head on my own chest and like tickle myself, so I know it tickles her. All right, clingy or chill?
Chill. I would say I think of chill, I think of like there's not like hiding you, because I don't know. Some people think chill is just like they are so.
You don't want to be attached at the hip.
Yeah, I don't want to be attached. And my last relationship, he wasn't clingy, but there got to a point of like every single night was like, hey, when can I come over? And it's like, you were just here last night and I have stuff to do. Like that became too much for me.
Yeah.
But I also don't want it to be like hiding the relationship. Like, I mean, heck, girls love it when you show your girl off every once in a while. It's always like the small things. I mean, Yeah, I would prefer chill though. Like being attached 24/7 is just too much. You got to be your own person before you can like come together and be a couple.
Definitely.
All right, last one. Parents, do they have to like you or don't have to like you? Doesn't matter.
It matters to me because I'm very family oriented. So if my family doesn't like who I'm with, then it's probably could be a deal breaker. And if their family doesn't like me, I'm just very family oriented. I can't imagine like possibly being in a serious relationship where you're gonna maybe get married and their family doesn't like you, like they don't want to welcome you into their family. I mean, that's new people you're gonna be spending so much time with.
I just feel like you have to go with don't matter, because like if they love you, why does that family matter? Like,
I get that. I really
like,
do.
You're not going home and like laying in bed with their family. Like,
I get that.
They're not the ones making the vows. They're not. You feel me? Going through the relationship.
And maybe it's just how I grew up, because my mom's side and my dad's side, like we always just do stuff together. Mm-hmm. So like, I can't imagine growing up and like, oh, my mom's family hates my dad, so like everything just always have to be separate. I just think it would make life so much easier if they do like you, and because it's just people you're gonna be spending time with. Yeah, you're not going home and gonna be in bed with them or anything, but like you're probably gonna see them on holidays, and it just would make life easier if they like you, and if you like them. I also think if you don't like whoever families you're with, that could also put some strain into a relationship.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm a big family guy when it comes to that.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I've never really cared if my mom like my girls or not, but like if she does, it's cool. It's a plus.
Yeah.
I remember with my last relationship, so my parents, it wasn't that they disliked my old boyfriend, like they liked him. It was just, you know how parents are, they can kind of be like, oh, this is the one, this isn't the one. Well, they knew he wasn't the one. And I just was like trying so hard to make them like him or see him the way I did. And then when we broke up, my parents were just like, see, we told you. Like, we knew right away he wasn't the one for you. And I was like, I kind of wish I could have seen it sooner. But yeah, I just think having like kind of your parents' approval it just makes life easier.
Yeah.
I would just hate to bring someone home and my parents just always talk bad about them, or just would do anything they can for them not to come to family events. Like, it would just make things so much worse.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, last question of the day. And this isn't this or that. This is in honor of your first date in a year and a half.
Oh God, I hope.
Most embarrassing moment on a date. Everybody.
Oh gosh, I gotta think.
First date or just any date?
Any date.
Oh wow. I've been on a lot of dates.
I haven't, so I don't know why I can't think of anything.
Let's narrow it down to first date with a person then.
First date.
Like.
So I'll start. Wow. So the first, my high school sweetheart that we dated for like a year and a half, 2 years. My first serious girlfriend. Had a girlfriend and like a couple of girlfriends in middle school, but I was like, we didn't hang out, we didn't go to the movies, we just like texted and said we were dating. You know how middle school was. The first girlfriend I had, I started dating my junior year, and for some reason she came and picked me up. Like, I felt like the roles were reversed there. She came and picked me up, and we went and got Dairy Queen. And she almost killed me, like, while we were driving. Like, she was driving, and she was driving her dad's Jeep, like a 4-door Jeep, and it was raining. And we almost got in 2 accidents on the way to Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen tasted good. You know, we had good conversation, but I was like this the whole time, holding on to, like, everything I could. So, and I didn't do anything that was embarrassing on that date. There was one time I had a stomach ache on the first date. I think I ate something that didn't agree with me, so like I had to go to the bathroom a couple times, so that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But no, I never did anything like spilled something on them or something horrifying like that. Never did that.
So this one is like, I didn't have my first date until after I graduated high school. So that's kind of sad on my part, but so there was this one guy who was from a town like near McCook, and we were just texting and talking, but I went to his hometown. It was funny because my brother was actually playing baseball, but I ditched out on the game to go hang out with this guy. It was so weird because it wasn't really like, hey, will you go on a date with me? But it pretty much was a date. Like, we went to a restaurant and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, we went on this date. I had a great time. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get my first boyfriend. Everything's going to work out great. I meet up with my parents at the game, and we start heading back to McCook, and I get a Snapchat from this guy, and it's literally him, like, kind of in tears, basically saying, I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt you, but I'm in love with your best friend.
What? Why'd he go on a date then?
I don't know. Like, he literally was always just like, oh, I really like you. I like hanging out with you.
I think it was a competition, and he went on date. He probably went on both dates. He probably went on date with her.
He knew this girl who she at the time was one of my best friends. He knew this girl first. That was actually how I met him. Was through my friend, and my friend had a boyfriend, and then she broke up with her boyfriend, and I mentioned it to the guy, but this was like a few days before the date. So we went on this date, and then afterwards, I get this big Snapchat like, I'm in love with your best friend.
Crying.
He was crying in the picture?
Oh, he
was crying in the
picture. That's funny.
So, yeah, that was my first date, and again, it was really... I feel like it's kind of sad, but at the same time, I try not to like put shame on myself that it was after high school. It was literally the summer after I graduated, but a lot of people said, my friends at least, and I hope they're right, that I didn't get asked out in high school because of my dad. Just, having your dad as the football coach and the principal is intimidating.
Your dad's the principal too?
Yeah.
I would be scared.
Everybody was just like, it just kind of was like, you kind of were intimidating. So I hope that was it. I hope I wasn't like disgusting or something. But so it just was like really sad. I got home and I was like crying. I was like, oh my gosh, my first date literally just like went down the drain. But then it was kind of funny because like a month later he Snapchatted me again and was like, yo, I really messed up. Like, can we try again? And he's married now.
This guy, he's really decisive.
Wow.
But so that was like my first date. And then I really can't think of anything like embarrassing other than, I know I've just been like flustered on dates, but that's probably just because I tend to be awkward sometimes when I'm nervous. And I think I just said something like really stupid. I was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. Or like, just kind of worried I said the wrong thing. And then I get all flustered.
That's first date stuff though, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, some of that wasn't even first dates. It was just with people that I really liked and was like, hoping for something more. But I haven't had the best luck with relationships. So hopefully this next date goes well. And I really hope he doesn't listen to this and is like, yo, never mind, I'm going to back out.
It will be published after you go on your date.
Okay, thank you.
I'm kind of reluctant to say this. But
go for it.
I end up like correcting it less than a minute later. But first date, take this girl to Applebee's and we eat, have a good time, and check comes. It's time to pay. Well, I always had two bank cards, like when I came to college, one with my account and one that was linked to my mom's account. And I left one home. So I'm like, all right, I should have enough on this account to be good. So go to swipe, beep, declined. And like, I'm trying to be a gentleman. I'm trying to pay for the whole thing. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to be the man. I'm trying to show her like, oh, you ain't got to worry about that when you with me type deal.
Yeah.
And I get declined. And like in the moment, it's the most embarrassing thing ever.
Oh my God.
Okay, I will say from my perspective as a girl, like I can't understand what that's like as a guy. It's probably really embarrassing, but for me personally, that is not something I would ever hold against the guy.
Yeah.
Some girls are like, oh, he's so cheap and like we're never going. No, that is nothing I would ever hold, especially at this age. We're college students. We tend to be broke.
I have the money. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't have it on that card.
No, I get
that
you.
account didn't have it.
Personally, I think any girl that kind of holds that against a guy, like that's really sad. It shouldn't be about the money.
I just like, as soon as it happened, I pulled the Kevin Hart. She's like, I got a check-ins in the savings, and the money was in my savings.
My bank account is set up.
My bank account is set up. Give me my card. But nah, man, that's all we got today. I'm Amari. That's Jason. That's Lexi, and we're out.
See ya.